There's a rule in Hollywood: you should never work with kids or animals, or Morgan Freeman because he always upstages you. I don't know what would convince you here.
It must have been the money, man, because I got upstaged. I mean, around every corner there was another opportunity to be cast into the background, you know.
Well, here's a movie about, lovely little movie about true life. Dolphin gets a prosthetic tail and swims again. Winter. It made nearly 20 million over its opening weekend, which kind of took Hollywood by surprise. Did it take you by surprise that it had that sort of audience?
Well, no, I mean, it's always a great thrill, and to be perfectly honest with you, it didn't matter either way. I had a great time with it, and I don't make records or movies or anything I want them to be popular, but if it doesn't happen, it's okay. But the reason it wasn't surprising is because it's just an unbelievable story, you know, and the other reason is that, they spent a lot of money making sure people were aware of how incredible the story was. So yeah, I was thrilled, but I wasn't that surprised.
As with Shawshank Redemption, Morgan Freeman played an Irishman Red in that, and he plays an Irishman here. Dr. McCarthy, based on Kevin Carroll, the prosthetics expert in real life. And I don't know whether your Clay Haskett was based on David Yates, the Clearwater Aquarium kind of chief, or whether there was somebody you could
a little
talk
bit.
to. Right.
I think, the fact that he runs the Clearwater facility, part of my character was him. But he's very, very different than my character. He's very outgoing. He's a great salesman. He's very charismatic, and my guy isn't like that at all. Personality was based more on the marine biologists and marine veterinarians that I met, and they seem to be a lot more quiet, kind of just a little bit more, more quiet types of personalities.
I was thinking that there's generally a rule that if you're successful in one area in entertainment, you're not allowed to be successful in another. There's almost, if an actor tries to make an album, people sort of take it down. If a singer tries to make a movie, they take it down. You've managed to do that Sinatra trick of working in both. Was it ever an issue? Was it ever a struggle to convince people? Because you've got a healthy career in both fields.
Well, I've been lucky, but also, man, it boils down to I really do things that are important to me as an artist, you know. I mean, if it's a big budget movie, great. If it's an independent movie, great. If it's a big record, trio record, it doesn't matter, you know what I mean? I think that my reasons for doing things are not to become successful, and I think people can see that.
You've been called the vice chairman of the board, and certainly you were the first really of that sort of Son of Sinatra thing where you really got that jazz. You got the most #1 albums in US jazz history and a wonderful career in that field. But in many ways, you're also responsible then for people like Michael Bublé and Jamie Callum. So that's a sort of a downside. I don't know if you feel responsible in any way for these records.
Man, I don't. I think they're talented guys, and had I never been born, I think they would have had great careers. So I don't feel any more responsible for them than, you know, Sinatra was responsible for me. I mean, there's a lot of influences out there, and he was certainly one of them, but yeah, I'm kind of my own person, and if I've been an influence to other people, man, I think it's great, but I don't feel responsible for them.
I know that your father, Joseph, he's Irish-American, and I don't know whether you've ever been told exactly where that Irish link comes from. I know you did P.S. I Love You. I don't know if you've actually made it over to beautiful Ireland, but do you know where the link is, or where the...
Yeah, it comes from Wexford, like 8 generations ago. It's pretty cool. A guy named David McCullough. You know, this goes back 5 or 6 generations. He came over, but that's one of the, 1,028 great-great-great-great-great-grandparents that I have. But a lot of them some of them came from Israel, but some of them came from Ireland too.
That's where all the good looks and wit and charm and talent comes from.
That's where it all comes from Ireland, baby.
Rock and roll. Nice to meet you,
Thanks,
son.
man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
cheers.
it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing Broadway soon?